Hey guys, it's Megan. Today I wanted to talk about how a 3D printer works and what you can and cannot do with it. So the first thing I want to talk about is one of the most horrid misconceptions that I hear. I'm going to buy a 3D printer and then print myself a 3D printer. Well, it ends up there's tons of problems with this idea. Are you going to print a control board, stepper motors, belts, bearings, and pulleys, and all of the other stuff that a 3D printer must have to function? Most, if not all, of these components are considered non-3D printable because of how they work or what they're made out of. Yes, you can technically print the frame for a 3D printer, but it's still just not good. 3D printed plastic bends and it's not as rigid as you want it to be a frame of an actual printer. And also to consider that you can go pick up a small piece of plywood for the same price as a 4-wall PETG. In my opinion, that would be a much better and easier route to go than trying to print yourself a printer. Now that that's out of the way, let's get more into how a 3D printer works. So there are two main types of 3D printers, a Delta printer and a standard printer. A Delta printer works by moving 3 pulleys or rods up and down, therefore moving 3 arms up and down and adjusting the height and the location of the extruder. Or a standard 3D printer has a Y, X, and Z carriage that moves via a combination of threaded rods and belts. Now, a Delta printer is usually much faster, but many times has much less detail because it's much harder to make a good, rigid, strong Delta printer and much easier to make a good, rigid, strong standard printer. But that doesn't mean that there aren't reasons you want a Delta printer. Delta printers are fast, they're cheaper, they use less components, less stepper motors. Another thing to consider is for a Delta printer you have a much smaller print volume for the size of your printer compared to a standard, because on a standard there is much less movement involved and it can hit the whole square of the printer. On a Delta printer you have a circle radius because of how the x-axis works, and you also have to make it much bigger to get the same print volume as you would with the standard. Okay guys, this was a very short video, mostly just saying you can't print yourself a 3D printer, and I threw in the differences between a Delta and standard 3D printer in the end. Like if you liked, dislike if you disliked, subscribe, and see you next time. LJ out.